Good day everyone, this is Teacher Cherry. In this video, we will learn about multiplication of radicals. We will multiply radical expressions. Let's multiply radicals of the same order or index. Kapag magmumultiply ng radicals na parehas ang order or index, gagamitin natin ang property na nth root of A times B equals nth root of A times nth root of B. Then, isi-simplify natin by removing the perfect nth powers from the radicand. Example, number 1, 3 square root of 2 times square root of 6. The same ang kanilang order. Ang gagawin natin, imumultiply natin yung kanilang coefficients at saka yung radicand. Ang coefficient ng unang radical is 3, so we have 3. Ang coefficient ng pangalawang radical is 1, so we have 1. 3 times 1. Then, imumultiply din natin yung mga radicand. 2 times 6. 3 times 1 is 3 and 2 times 6 is 12. Hindi pa ito ang ating final answer dahil hindi pa ito naka-simplest form. Let's simplify square root of 12. Isip tayo ng factors ng 12 na merong perfect square. Ang factors ng 12 ay 4 and 3. 4 is a perfect square. Ang square root ng 4 is 2. Imumultiply natin ngayon sa 3. And then, may iwan sa loob ng square root yung 3. 3 times 2 is 6 times square root of 3. Therefore, our answer is 6 square root of 3. Let's have another example. In multiplying radicals with the same order or index. 2 square root of x times 5 square root of 6x times square root of 2x. The same ang kanilang order. Ang gagawin natin ay imumultiply natin yung kanilang coefficients and imumultiply din natin yung kanilang radicands. Ang coefficient ng una is 2. Ang pangalawa is 5 at ang pangatlo is 1. And then, ang radicand sa una is x. Imumultiply natin sa second radicand, which is 6x, and the third radicand, which is 2x. 2 times 5 is 10 times 1, that is also 10. Square root of x times 6x times 2x is equal to 12x cubed. Pwede pa nating isimplify itong ating nakuha. Isip tayo ng factors ng 12 na merong perfect square. That is 4 and 3. And then, yung x cube, gagawin nating perfect square yung isa. And then, yung natitira, exponent is 1 para maging x cube. Simplify. We have 10 times, ang square root ng 4x squared is 2x. Square root ng 4 is 2. Ang square root ng x squared is x. So, parehas yung kanilang index tsaka exponent. So, maiiwan na lang yung x. Times, ang naiwan dito sa loob ng square root is 3x. We multiply 10 and 2x. That is 20x times the square root of 3x. This is now our answer. Let us now multiply binomials involving radicals. Kapag magmumultiply tayo ng binomials involving radicals, ang gagamitin natin ay either distributive property or we can use the FOIL method. Then, simplify by removing the perfect nth powers from the radicand or by combining similar. Let's have example. Number 1, square root of 2 times square root of 3 plus 2 square root of 5. Ang square root of 2 is a monomial. ang square root of 3 plus 2 square root of 5 is a binomial. Kapag meron tayong monomial times binomial, ang gagamitin natin is distributive property. Yung square root of 2, imumultiply natin sa square root of 3 at saka sa 2 square root of 5. Una, square root of 2 times square root of 3. Then, plus square root of 2 times square root of times 2 square root of 5. Then, multiply natin yung square root of 2 and square root of 3. That is square root of 2 times 3. And then, ito naman, multiply natin yung coefficient 1 times 2. Kaya meron tayong 1 times 2. And then, multiply square root of 2 and square root of 5. That is square root of 2 times 5. Square root of 2 times 3 is square root of 6. 1 times 2 is 2, and square root of 2 times 5 is square root of 10. Square root of 6 at saka square root of 10 ay magkaiba, kaya hindi natin sila pwedeng pag-combinein. This is now our final answer. Let's have another example. Square root of 2 plus square root of 3 times 4 square root of 2 minus 2 square root of 3. Meron tayong product of binomials. Kapag product ng binomials, gagamitin natin yung FOIL method. FOIL stands for first terms, multiply natin yung first terms, and then multiply din natin yung outer terms. Multiply din natin yung inner terms, and multiply natin yung last terms. Okay, let's do the multiplication of first terms. Ang first terms natin ay square root of 2 at saka 4 square root of 2. And then, plus, yung outer terms natin, pag mumultiplyin natin ang square root of 2 at saka negative 2 square root of 3. Para sa product ng inner terms, ang inner terms natin, itong mga nasa gitna, square root of 3 times 4 square root of 2. At last terms, ang last terms natin ay square root of 3 at saka negative square root of 3. Plus, square root of 3 times negative 2 square root of 3. And then, multiply natin. Square root of 2 times 4 square root of 2 ay equal sa 4 square root of 4. Ang coefficient ng unang radical is 1. 1 times 4, that is 4. And then, parehas naman ang kanilang mga index. So, multiply 2 times 2, that is 4. Next, square root of 2 times negative 2 square root of 3 is equal to negative 2 square root of 6. 1 times negative 2 is negative 2. 2 times 3 is 6. Another, square root of 3 times 4 square root of 2. 1 ang coefficient times 4, that is 4. Square root of 3 times square root of 2, that is square root of 6. And last, square root of 3 times negative 2 square root of 3. Ang coefficient is 1. 1 times negative 2, that is negative 2. And then 3 times 3, that is 9. Okay, pwede din nating i-simplify ang square root of 4, that is equal to 2. So, we have 4 times 2. And then, combine negative 2 square root of 6 plus 4 square root of 6. Negative 2 plus 4, that is 2. And then, copy natin yung common radical. Negative 2 square root of 9. Pwede nating i-simplify yung square root of 9, that is equal to 3. We have negative 2 times 3. 4 times 2 is 8. Then copy, plus 2 square root of 6. Negative 2 times 3 is negative 6. Combine natin yung 8 at saka negative 6. 8 minus 6 is equal to 2 plus 2 square root of 6. This is now our answer. Let's proceed in multiplying radicals of different orders or indices. Kapag magkaiba ang orders at indices, i-express muna natin yung radicals of the same order or index, then isi-simplify natin. Examples, number 1, fourth root of 4 times the cube root of 2. Different ang kanilang order or index. 4 yung una, 3 naman yung pangalawa. Ang gagawin natin, i-express muna natin with the same order. Gagawin natin parehas yung kanilang order. Pwede nating isulat ang fourth root of 4 as fourth root of 2 squared times cube root of 2. And then, i-write natin into exponential form. Ang fourth root of 2 squared, pag sinulat natin into exponential form, that is equal to 2 raised to 2 over 4. Yung exponent ng 2, yun yung magiging numerator, and then yung index, yun yung magiging denominator. Times, ang cube root of 2, pag ni-write natin into exponential form, that is equal to 2 raised to 1 thirds. 1 yung exponent dito, and then 3 yung kanyang order, siya yung magiging denominator. Then, kung mapapansin natin, different ang kanilang denominator. So, dissimilar sila. Gagawin nating parehas yung kanyang denominator. Yung 2 over 4, pwede pa natin siyang isimplify. That is equal to 1/2. And then, gawin natin similar fractions yung exponent. Kunin natin yung least common multiple ng denominators, 2 and 3. Ang kanilang LCM is 6. Yung 6, i-divide natin sa 2, that is 3. Then, multiply sa 1, that is also 3. Next, 6 divided by 3, that is 2 times 1 equals 2. Since parehas ang kanilang base, apply natin yung law of exponent, pag-addin natin yung kanilang mga exponent. We have 2 raised to 3 over 6 plus 2 over 6. We now have 3 plus 2, that is 5. Then, copy natin yung common denominator. Pwede na nating isulat into radical form. That is equal to 6 root of 2 raised to 5. Yung denominator, siya yung naging index. And then, yung base, siya yung base sa radicand. Then, yung numerator, yun yung magiging exponent. And then, 2 raised to 5 is equal to 32. 2 times 2 is 4 times 2, that is 8, times 2, 16, and times 2, that is 32. So, this is now our answer. Let's have another example. Square root of 6 times cube root of 5. 2 ang kanyang order, ito naman ay 3. So, different indices. Transform muna natin into exponential form, yung bawat radical. Ang square root of 6 is equal to 6 raised to 1 over 2. Ang exponent ng 6 ay 1, ang order is 2. So, 1 over 2. Times, ang cube root ng 5 into exponential form is 5 raised to 1 thirds. 5, yun yung base. Ang exponent ng 5 is 1. Yun yung exponent, and then 3 yun yung index. And then, gawin nating parehas yung kanilang denominator. Ang LCM ay 6. 6 divided by 2, that is 3. 3 times 1, so we have 3. 6 divided by 3 is 2 times 1, we have 2. The same na ang kanilang denominators. Since magkaiba yung base nila, hindi natin pwedeng pag-addin yung mga numerator. Ang gagawin natin, i-change natin into radical form. Ang 6 raised to 3 over 6 ay equal sa 6 root of 6 cube. 6 yung kanilang denominator, yun yung index, and then yung base, 6, yung numerator, yun yung magiging exponent. Then, the same, 5 raised to 2 over 6, 6 din yung kanyang index, 5, yun yung base, and then yung 2, yun yung yun yung numerator. So, siya yung magiging exponent. And then, evaluate natin, 6 cube is equal to 216. 6 times 6, 36. 36 times 6 is 216. 5 squared is 25. Then, multiply natin. Ang 216 times 25 ay equal sa 5,400. Therefore, our answer is 6th root of 5,400. Okay, that's the end of our tutorial. Before I end this video, I would like to say a simple quotation from Vladimir Lenin. Learning is never done without errors and defeat. Thank you so much. Keep safe and have a great day.